What kind of emergency care do we have when an incident occurs at home to a talented vocalist who was bitten by snake? What kind of emergency service do we have when an actor drowns in the river close to the capital city of a rich state? What kind of emergency services did we have when Anthony Joshua had an incident in the road? What kind of emergency services was provided? So that's one. At the point of the incident, decisions are being made. What influences the decision being made? Are there those that can be called so that good actions can be taken, so that good advice can be received? Because if there are no good advice, people will, what's the word? People will do what comes to them and what comes to their mind, and some of the things they do will not be for the good of the person. Junior Pope was taken to mortuary, and the mortuary attendant said he had signs of life, and he was taken to a traditional healer. Decisions. What if there was emergency services? What advice could they have given? So first thing first is we have to address emergency services. As far as I know, I don't think we have emergency services. What we have is we have ambulances with drivers and maybe with one or two staff that can carry somebody from point A to point B. But do we really have trained personnel in those ambulances? Do we have a call center with trained personnel in that call center that can receive 911 calls, emergency calls, and not give advice, and not send an ambulance or send a crew of emergency responders to the place and give appropriate advice? That's one thing. If we focus just on the presence or absence of antivenom and forget that this was an emergency and that decisions were being made, and at the point decisions were being made, there was no available emergency line that could be called with somebody that would respond and will give appropriate advice and will call for help. So that's one. And then we have belief system in the decisions we make. There are some things that may require an emergency, but because of the belief we have, like if somebody believes that a snake bite is a spiritual attack, that person is more likely to go to a prayer house than go to where he can receive appropriate medical attention. So the belief systems we have can influence the decisions we make. And it goes to awareness. What kind of health information are we passing to people? I would propose that we should have, I think there is health in primary. Is there health education? Health education. Not just about sciences now, not about biology and all that. There should be some health education. Health education should be taught from primary, secondary, university level. There should be a drive to increase public awareness about health issues. Because when you have that awareness, when there is an incident and when there is an emergency, that awareness will play into the decisions that are made by those involved and those around where the incident took place. The second point of delay according to Thaddeus and Main, is when the person has decided to seek care, how does the person live where he or she is to the point of care? How does the person leave his or her home to the health facility where he or she can get care? Now let's go back to Naya.